what is going on traders, we're actually going to be talking about iMarkets Live Academy and what I believe is the most detrimental videos to look at starting off as a beginner. Okay, a lot of times what I find that a lot of information or too much information can be a hindrance to you all at once. All right, and what I've seen with this particular platform is that a lot of people being new, if they do not have certain of guidance to this, you can be completely lost. All right, you can come in this thing and say, okay, I understand basics, I understand this, I understand that, but how do I apply it in the market? Well, looking at these particular videos in this order will help you figure out that particular thing. Now, so of course, it has to require you to have iMarkets Live. Now, if you do not have iMarkets Live, it is okay. You can reach out to me, shoot me an inbox. I'll make sure that I have I'll make sure I have a link at the bottom so that way you can reach out to me about this wonderful platform. Okay, iMarkets Live is an educational platform that literally teaches you how to trade in the Forex industry. All right, it has world-renowned trainers, all right, and traders that not only will you be able to learn the process of trading, but you can actually follow those traders so that way you can then become a teacher and then get paid for teaching people this industry as well. It's phenomenal. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go, I already logged in. All right, now, when you're in iMarkets Live, you're gonna be taken to something like this, and all you have to do is just go to iMarkets, IML Academy. Once you're in IML Academy, this is what's gonna pop up. Give it some time. A little bit of time. This is what's going to pop up. All right. Now, as you can see, you have the crossover listing over here, right? And then you also on every tab, you have videos. You got basic 1, basic 2, basic 3. And under each of those modules, you're going to have a sort of videos. The videos are not really that long, okay? We understand that everybody's attention span is different. Okay? Everybody's attention span is different, so there's only going to be so much that you can deal with. And you know, and the makers of this understands that. The educators understand that, so that's why they didn't make the videos that long, okay? But all I ask from you, if you're going to look at these videos, weed out all the noise. The only way that you are going to learn this method or this market fast and faster than what you need to turn off all distractions. Turn off your phone. Put yourself in a closet, whatever you need to do to focus on these videos. And guys, it does not take a lot of time. Okay, all you need is at least 30 minutes to an hour a day focusing on this thing. All right, if you can dedicate that much time to this, you can learn this craft in no time. All right, so we're looking at this, and we're looking at, of course, the basics. You got technical analysis, you got intermediate 2, advanced, mindset, harmonic scans, and also market geometrics. Now, the most important things y'all can already agree with me, and I know y'all will, is what? You need to know the basics. If you do not have the basics, then what? Then you mess up on your foundation. All right, you need to have your foundation formed so that way you know how to build off of that. If you want yourself a 2-story building, if you want yourself a 1-story, you need a foundation so that way that house that you're trying to build is on solid ground. Okay, you cannot build your income if you don't know the basics. You're always going to be there. So we're going to talk about that. All right, so we got basic 1. It talks about the history of Forex. All right, I think that's important, so that way you know exactly what is Forex. You understand the concepts. That leads us to what is Forex, right? And it goes over just the fundamentals of understanding just the basic concepts of foreign exchange. So you go to basic 2. All right, basic 2. This is also one of the things that I want you to focus on. You can see all the basics cover everything that you need to know about risk management. All right. What is a pip? All right. It's a point of percentage in a market indicating price. All right. So, that just summed it up, but, they're going to show you pretty pictures and everything. So again, look at this stuff. Leverage, that is dealing with money. All right. Basic 2 is pretty much dealing with money. So you need to know the fundamentals on this. Guys, this is not a get rich quick. This is something that potentially you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life, that you can teach your kids. iMarket has made this information easier for the average person to come and learn and get educated on this on this market. So again, pay attention to these basics. Again, they will teach you money management. All right, your leverage and lot size. What is the trend? The trend is always going to be your friend. You're going to hear this saying throughout your time in trading, throughout your time with iMarkets Live. You're always going to hear that. What is the candlesticks? All right, we want to cover all those things in there. Right, you go to basics 3. Basic 3, goes in further elaboration of your trending window. All right, that's important. So that way you know how far a trend can go before it goes the opposite direction. How many of y'all ever looked at stocks and it goes up and down, up and down, up and down? But if you look at a bigger picture of it, it's still, even though it's moving in waves, it's going upwards or it's going downwards. All right, this basic 3 is going to cover some of those basic traits of your trading window. All right, it's going to talk about pending orders. It's going to talk about what is a stop loss. Those are your safety nets. This section is going to cover your safety net. It's going to cover how to protect your income. All right, because everybody knows that even though you are putting money and you can make a lot of money in forex, stocks, binary options, all these different investing fields, there's also risks. There's also risks too. All right, so this section is going to cover those risks. It's going to cover everything that you need to know about those risk management. All right, it's going to talk about some of the basic concepts of trading. All right, so we got basic 4. Actually copy and paste the system from your phone. You can actually trade from your phone. It's going to show you that. So if you got an iPhone, if you got an Android, it does not matter. This section right here on basic 4 is going to cover that. All right, so we just covered all the basics. All right, on basic 1, it's going to give you the basics of forex. Basic 2 is going to cover price. All right, it's going to so that way you can understand pip. What is a pip? Your price percentage. What is your money? It's going to be talking about money in this section. All right. Basic 3 is going to be covering what? It's going to be covering your risk. I wouldn't say risk management, but I would say your foundation on protecting your income. All right. This is going to show you how to protect your income when it comes to entering the market. This is going to cover that. Basic 4 is going to be how do you apply this to a mobile device. All right. This is what basic 4 is going to be talking about. How do you utilize this system mobily? All right. So it's going to talk about that. Now we have technical analysis. Now this is where we get in a different order. Okay. So for me, technical analysis is actually the 6th one. That's the 6th one that you need to focus on. Why? Because technical analysis, after you know these basics, you haven't really even stepped into the charts, right? You haven't really stepped into charts because all this stuff, the basics covers money management. It covers, it covers, how to protect your investment when you're entering to the market. It talks about what is a pip, so you understand what the money accumulative is of the market. And then of course the basic 1 covers the history of forex. So if we go from all that and then jump to technical analysis, it's kind of backwards because we don't really understand even how to trade. It's like, yeah, we went from understanding the principles and then technical analysis, but I don't have a broker account, right? So you skip over that and then you want to go to intermediate 2. Now intermediate 2 talks about starting up a broker. Now a lot of people get this mixed up thinking that iMarkets Live is the broker. No, IML is the educational platform that teaches you how to trade. We do not get paid from anything. I am partners with IML. I do not get paid. from your profits, from what you make in the market. None of that, guys. You get paid whatever you earn, you keep. All right. So that's the whole concept. We are just here as educators to teach you how to trade in this platform, to educate you. Before IML, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know what Forex was. I didn't know what stock market was. I barely knew what stock market was. And yeah, they opened my eyes to understanding this. So in intermediate one, this is where you're going to get this breakdown of how to even go about trading. Like, what is the platform? What is a broker? How do I set up a broker? What is MT4? MetaTrader 4. It talks about this all in this. This is going to cover your trading platform. This is more important for me that you need to learn first, and then you go to technical analysis. All right. So after you cover the intermediate one, where you're setting up your broker, that's when you go to the technical analysis. Now, technical analysis is going to break down the basic fundamentals on how to identify trend. How do I identify if the market is going up to a buy, right? Or if the market is going down in a sell? That's what these videos are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about that breakdown. All right. Now, once you go through these videos, that's when you go to intermediate two. Now, with intermediate two, there's going to be breakdown of, I would say more advanced technical analysis. Some of them are going to be advanced. Some of them are just going to be further analogies on what was covered in technical analysis. All right. So, we have support and resistance. We got pullbacks. We have trends. All right. Those are all important. Everything in technical analysis, I feel like, is important. All right. Now, the power of twin trading. For me, this is just me. This is my opinion. Okay. It may not be the opinion of everybody else, but for my opinion, I'm not really a fan of twin trading. I don't really focus on that. For me, I think that the most important ones that you need to know, TradingView tutorial. If you're a fan of TradingView, or if you heard of TradingView and you want to give it a shot, and MetaTrader 4 is not for you, TradingView might be a little bit simpler. You're able to print out, or screenshot some of the charts that you may mark up and stuff like that. It's from what I've heard for some people that TradingView is a little bit easier to use than, of course, what it talks about in the intermediate is the MetaTrader 4. So you can try out both of those and see what works for you. You can try out MetaTrader 4, and you can try out TradingView and see what works for you. All right. Price reversal zones. Very, very, very important. Okay. Very important. You need to cover this. All right. Because that talks about when the price is going to reverse on you. Meaning that if you're in a buy and it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. All right. It's going to teach you how to identify when price is getting ready to, getting ready to pull back, getting ready to full on reverse on you. That's important to know, so that way you don't get caught up in a buy when the market is about to go into a sell. So you need to know that. All right. Confirmation checklist, another important thing, because you don't just, I will say this. As a new trader, you will learn that you don't just jump into the market. There's no such thing as, oh, the market's going up, so I'm going to buy right now. No, there is a process and procedure that you have to go through before you enter into this market. Guys, we're talking about a 5.7 at this point, $5.7 trillion a day business. All right. Does over $5 trillion a day. Right. You think you can just jump into this market and you can make money? Absolutely not. There is a step and procedures that you have to do, so that way you can get the best result. That way you can get the bang out of your buck, and you know what to play and what not to play. Support and resistance. You're going to see that a lot through these courses. How, we talk about support and resistance, because it's a big indicator on understanding supply and demand. All right. We also got we got the pullbacks. All right. And then, of course, trend lines. All these indicators help you identify which direction the market is going. All right. So you got that technical analysis. Then you got intermediate two. Again, we have support and resistance. Continuation patterns, very important. Fibonacci, how to use it. Fibonacci is one of the most underrated. I feel like it's underrated or even overrated indicator out there today. Almost every trader utilizes Fibonacci. If you do not know what you're missing out on. Fibonacci is a powerful tool. Also, I will make this recommendation: download the Naked Forex. Naked Forex book changed my life and how I look at trading. That applied with the techniques that IML has, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to change your mindset on the foreign exchange. Okay, so we got that. We also got the moving average. We got Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, unless you want to learn about Bollinger Bands, it is just another indicator to identify trend. You don't necessarily need that. Me personally, I trade with the moving average. Now, these things right here is going over concepts, trading strategies. That's what goes over the intermediate two. Intermediate two goes over trading strategies. So you got the technical analysis that goes over basic trend fundamentals. And then you have intermediate two that goes over trading strategies. So you see how it's kind of over, they're kind of out of place a little bit, but it's fine. It's okay. The information is there. You just need to know how to place it. All right. So again, I'll break this down. Technical analysis goes over the trading principles and how to identify trend. Intermediate two goes over your trading strategy. So if you want to use support and resistance, then you can just so use support and resistance or a combination of all of these. You can use a combination of support and resistance with continuation patterns and Fibonacci. Some people use all three in the moving averages. Like me, I utilize all three in the moving averages. I do not use Bollinger Bands, so that video does not, pertain to me. All right. And then of course I utilize the Elliott wave. So you're going to, out of these videos, you're going to develop your strategy. You're going to develop your trading strategy out of these videos right here. You're going to find out which strategy works for you, mix and matching. You might try support and resistance with continuation patterns of Fibonacci. You might try continuation patterns with Fibonacci and Bollinger Bands, but you're going to find your trading style. That is what intermediate two is going over, how to find your trading style. And then to add on to that, guys, once you're looking at these videos, you have to put implementation to this. You have to practice on TradingView. You have to practice on MetaTrader 4, either one of those platforms, but you have to practice. You cannot solely just look at these videos and think, oh man, I'm magically going to make $100,000. That is not going to happen. And you will lose more money than make that. So again, this is just a real video. I got to be real with y'all. This is what this concept is going over. Okay, so you got that. And then after you go over intermediate two, you go to the advanced. Now the advanced, again, goes over how to trade a triangle. Triangles are pretty phenomenal too. It's all about patterns. All right, all these things is about patterns. When it comes down to it, the market will make the same pattern every single time. Once you understand market symmetry and you understand how the market moves in certain patterns every single day, you'll see that the market literally does the same stuff every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. And it's up to us to identify that. So the advanced training goes over how to identify that. It also goes into further concepts of risk management. It's very important to understand how to properly leverage when you are risking your money into this thing, okay? Because it can easily turn into gambling if you don't learn risk management. So again, you can highlight this as basic and advanced, okay? Basic and advanced. Risk management is so important because a lot of us look at this as a get rich quick, and that is not so. This is a return on your money. At the end of the day, this is a return on your money, and you have to look at it as such, because if you don't, then you will lose more money than you would make, okay? So look at that as your basic, advanced, intermediate, and through the rest of your trading career. That's what you're looking at this for, okay? And then you got like that's important too. Fibonacci, guys, get further into Fibonacci. That's cool. And then it talks about the theory, market theories. All right, it's just good to know about the market, guys. Learn this thing. I don't care how much money you're making at this craft. You could be already a millionaire. You will always be a student. You will be a student and a teacher, because when you become both and you implement both, that's what that breaks the roof on your earned income with the Forex. Okay, and of course, mindset. This is just good information to kind of get your mind, wrapped around. Because when you're starting as a trader, you're going to hit those stumbling blocks where you be like, man, do I really want to do this? Man, is this really for me? And getting into that mindset is very, very important to understand. All right. So that way, when you go through those rocky times and you're on a losing streak, you can get your mindset in order and think for the future that, hey, I'm first going to learn the concepts, right, that we have here, concepts. And then once I learn the concepts, that's when the money is going to come. All right. And then, of course, you got further teaching on this powerful tool that is almost 100%, but we're not allowed to say 100%. It's about 90% accurate. And I'll say it a little bit, but I'll say 85%, just for, safe terms, 85% accurate. It's called the harmonic scanner. And this section goes over everything that you need to know about the harmonic scanner, techniques that you can utilize with it, and the works. I mean, literally the works. This is everything that you need to know about that. And then, of course, you got market geometrics. All right, market geometrics is for those math majors. I'm not one. No, I'm just playing. But no, it goes over the higher highs, higher lows. It talks about when we were talking about patterns before. That's what this talks about. It talks about the patterns, and it also goes over structure and sequence. Sequence is what we call the Elliott wave. It's waves in the market. You know how when the market is going up, it's making a wave, right? It's going up and down, but it's going a wave to the upside, just like it's showing in this picture, where it's going a wave down. You know what I mean? That is what we call the Elliott wave. You know what I mean? It's just making patterns as it goes in a certain direction. So it covers all that stuff. All right. All these tools, all these classes, at the end of the day, you need to look at. Now, some of them you might be focused more on than others, but all of these will get you to be successful in the market. There is not an easy way to learn this. All right. There is not a fast way to learn this. All right. The fastest way that you can learn this is sit down, buckle up, knuckle up, turn off all distractions, and look at these videos, because that is what's going to get you to a six-figure income. That is what's paid me I've been in this only a year, and it's changed my life phenomenally. I've been a full-time trader, not a marketer, but a full-time trader. In this business, I've been blessed to be able to go to different countries. I've been blessed to be able to teach other people these fundamentals. I've been blessed to be able to help and bring people out and off of their jobs, all right, by learning the skill set that can literally pay you for the rest of your life. You don't have to talk to a single person. I never had to talk to a single person. I only recently started talking to people about this thing as a whole, bringing as the marketing side of it. All right. As you know, there's two sides of this, but the most important thing that you need to get out of here is what you can learn on that Forex side, because the marketing aspect might be gone. All right. You might run out of people to talk to. I highly doubt that, but you might run out of people. You might feel in your mind mentally, I don't know anybody to talk to, but guys, guess what? You get behind this thing and you learn all of these concepts. I promise you will be successful at this market, and you'll be able, the matrix veil will be unraveled, and you'll be able to see all the writings on the wall, and it just makes sense. It will click, and when it clicks, nobody's stopping you. All right. My name is Adrian Miller, Mr. Secure the Bag. You have yourself a good one. All right. Oh, yeah. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to have more videos like this comes out, educational videos on theories of the market, going over videos and overviews of the market. So please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and like it. Also, like us on Facebook under FX Hangout. I'm getting stuttered and everything on FX Hangout group. All right, look for our page on it's called FX Hangout group, guys. All right, you guys have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Take it easy.